Welcome down, everyone, to another episode of Those Nerds You Know. My name is Ethan.
I'm Eddie.
And we're Those Nerds You Know. Here on a podcast where we, Eddie and myself, and whoever else we have with us occasionally, talk about nerdy things that we love and that you should also probably love. And occasionally things that we don't like, so, you know.
Where's Nick at? Nick hasn't been in a while.
Nick hasn't been here in a bit, yeah. No, I need to get him back on. My apologies. Nick will be back, everyone. He will be back.
I killed him. I'm just kidding.
Hey, Hoozles. Today we're going to be talking about a convention that Eddie and I love and that other friends of the show also love. I guess Nick would have been helpful for this one because he didn't go to it and he's never been to it. But anyway,
True.
We're talking about a convention called San Japan in San Antonio.
Japan.
San Japan. It is
San Antonio, Texas.
our favorite con, easily. And some of that's most likely due to the nostalgia of it. But I think a lot of our good memories and nostalgia are also due to the fact that it is a quality con.
It is very much quality.
Very,
and
very
it's
good.
on the Riverwalk
It
in
is.
San Antonio, so it's in a perfect place.
Mm-hmm.
PAX South is also there, so we go to the same hotel each time, even though we have check-in problems on occasion.
Yes, yeah,
Money, because they enjoy holding the money.
Yep.
Thanks, Marriott.
If you're listening, Marriott, we would just appreciate that to be
There goes that sponsor deal.
fixed up. Maybe not. They get it right.
No, I left a review. Like Google asked for me for one, and I'm like, it's a great hotel, except for the money that they hold all the time. There's lots of money that they hold, at least like $300 more than they should.
Just random charges, yes.
I know, right? It's like,
Yep.
I don't know.
So
It's
story,
just
I
so
guess, behind our hotel and why we. So there are 3 official hotels for this con at this point. It wasn't always official, but the main hotel is the Grand Hyatt, which is connected to the convention center that this con is in, which is neat and cool. And back when this con was a bit smaller, that was a good idea and perfectly fine to stay in that hotel. But a few years into it for us going to it, that quickly became not a good idea. Just because the hotel's lovely, and they fine staff and all that nonsense, but it just gets full of nerds. Like, everyone who's in that hotel is there for the con, so that weekend it just gets packed. And the elevators to get upstairs, like, they're just lines for days to get into the elevator and get up, and it's a nightmare. You just have to get into an elevator. If there's ever any space, you just have to get in, regardless of where it's going, up or down, and just hold on and wait until it's your turn to get off wherever it is you're planning to be. It is, in one year, by accident, we didn't get a hotel in time, and so we had to go to one of the overflow hotels. And originally the overflow hotel was the Marriott across the street. And then the overflow for that hotel, which is what we ended up having to be in, was the Marriott next to that Marriott. So a little bit farther away. But they're, like, I say far, they're all really right next to one another. All across the street
it's like they're all on the same block. Like,
yeah.
Technically.
So we stayed in the one that was farthest, the Marriott that was farthest from the con, on that block. And even though it was like, we realized that we loved it, like, because there weren't as many nerds, there weren't as many people, and it was much easier to get to our hotel, and everything was really nice. It's just a little bit more to walk, but that's not really a problem. And so we just by accident discovered this wonderful overflow hotel, and then we just decided to stay there every year. We just booked that hotel instead of the other one, and at this point it's one of the main hotels. The Marriott was taken over by the con as well as a main hotel, and then this one next to it was also taken over. So
have we ever stayed in the other Marriott?
We've not. No, I have not. I don't know if any of the other members of our group have. As far as I understand, it was always the Hyatt, and then that one year where we had to stay in the River Center Marriott, and we've done that since.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
We'll have to try that one year.
Maybe.
Sometime. Maybe I already
you already
did
booked
the
the
hotel
tax
for
one, yeah.
PAX, so.
That's okay.
Can't do that. It's fine. Though.
We'll figure it out.
Whatever.
But yeah, so that's and aside from the occasional discrepancy in their holding or charging money, at this particular Marriott. It's been a lovely experience. It's attached to the River Center Mall, which is on the Riverwalk as well. And so that's very, very convenient. I think that's one of the things that's the most convenient part about it. We don't have to walk very far to get to.
Yeah, we could just go downstairs and get a bite to eat.
Yes, if we need to. Yes. That food court is the main eating grounds for most of the nerds at this con.
Oh my god, there's so many people.
It gets swarmed with people. I can't imagine working at one of those restaurants during this con.
Good.
It's absurd, yeah. So like essentially from Friday through Sunday, any of the restaurants in that area are just full of human beings. Although we discovered that the Dave & Buster's, which is fairly new, has not been discovered by the nerds yet.
Right. So I'm surprised too. There's so many.
Yes.
Like, I mean, there's video games in there, like all over the place.
Mm-hmm. It seems like the perfect place for them to go to if they want to leave the crowdedness of the con, but still have some nerd. That would be a good place to go.
And it's a really fancy looking sit down area too for the food. It was really nice.
It's
and the food was really good.
Establishment. Yeah, we were just looking for a place to eat one night with my mom. My mom had come up to see me since I've moved now, and I was 7 hours out of Baton Rouge for this con, which is as close as I've been in a bit. So she came up and met us, and we were just looking for a place to eat one night, and
I was like, hey.
Yes.
Well, Chili's was an hour-long wait.
Yes.
Because I figured that was going to happen, so I was like, hey, let's go to Dave & Buster's and check it out. Because I had never been into one, so.
Yeah, neither did I, and we just walked in and got a table.
Yep. And it didn't take very long to get our food. I mean, it was a little wait, but there were there was a few people in there.
Yeah.
But it wasn't overrun at all by any means.
Right. It's quite nice. So secrets, if you ever go to San Japan.
Or PAX. I'm sure PAX might be a bit more because
we'll see. Yeah, there might be some more savvy gamers there wanting to go to the.
You have to go play some Galaga Assault.
Right. Yes.
I walked in and I saw the graphics and stuff. I was like, wow. We should have came in here.
Should have come here. We played a lot of Galaga at this con, listeners.
Yeah, we did. That's we did the most Galaga out of anything else.
Because on the first day, so they had a little arcade set up in one of the main areas where you could walk
it's a
in.
retro free play arcade area.
Yeah, and I love a free play arcade. Anyways, one of the machines was Galaga. And we played it on our first day there because it's just, you gotta go play Galaga, right? And we both ended up on the leaderboard because no one else had gotten to it yet. And then for the rest of the weekend, we were obsessed with getting back on the leaderboard because the next day when we came back, we had been removed from that and never got back. No, just never regained it. It took us forever to figure out how to get 2 ships.
Yeah, no, I couldn't. I knew that was the thing to do, but I could not remember. I was like, I knew that one of the Galagas had to take your ship, but after that, I was like, I killed the one that was holding it, and then it just kind of zoomed downward and was still caught. I was like, what's going on?
You kill the one that catches it, and then your main ship is still an enemy ship, so you have to kill it, or you accidentally kill your own ship when shooting at the other one. The way you have to it has to capture your ship, and then when it descends to attack you, you have to kill just that ship, and then it will give you yours. Yes.
And you have double ships.
2 ships.
Yeah, which increases your hitbox range, but it also gives you double bullets and gives you a wider point of shooting.
Yes, indeed.
This pro Galaga tips.
Indeed.
In
arcade. Guys. Spoiler alert for Galaga.
But on Galaga Assault, which is like a arcade, a ticket only kind of thing for entertainment areas.
Right.
It showed 3 ships. I was like, wow, it was pretty nice. And the bonus stages give you tickets for things, and I want to play this, but I didn't play it.
Yeah, would not mind playing it either.
It looked pretty nice.
Yes.
It's like a game that I wouldn't mind playing on the Switch or something.
While we're in that vein, why don't we talk about more games that we played, I guess.
Okay. Because that's the majority of what we did. Aside from shop around.
We found some old school Pong.
Oh yeah. In the retro museum.
Yes. I think it was called I think they called it electronic tennis. It wasn't Atari Pong. It was just a knockoff.
Pong was copyrighted or something.
Yeah. But it was so you had a controller that was essentially just like a
stick.
a stick, and on
A
top of
little,
it
like,
was a
scepter.
dial, and you turn the dial to move your paddle up and down, while this little blip would go impossibly fast on the screen, and
It shot
also,
really fast.
yes, and it didn't keep score. The first one we played didn't keep score, so you're just sitting there with your friend playing this essentially forever.
Okay, 1-1. All right, 2-1.
Yeah,
All right, 3-1.
yes, and I think the most volleys we got were 3. Like, it's
It's
so
so
dumb.
fast.
Yes, it was so quick. Oh,
And
it was crazy.
that was like 70% of the games in there were like Pong setups.
Yes, it was just
Well,
various different versions of Pong, and
like they were playing Wind Waker in there. I'm like, that's not
it's not a
very
retro.
retro.
Yep, it's just Pong
It's like I'm pretty sure that was just remade for the Wii U.
and Wind Waker. Oh man, did you play the
And
Wind
Sonic.
Waker?
I mean, Sonic's pretty
Did you
retro.
play the Wii U version?
I have not. If it comes for Switch, I'll probably get it.
Yeah.
But they have to.
A port of a port.
Yeah, right. I would not mind some GameCube games on my Wii U. I mean, on my Switch, rather.
Right. I agree with that. Yeah. So we also played a wonderful, wonderful game called Puzzle Fighter.
Ugh. Whatevs.
Street Fighter Puzzle Fighter is a great puzzle fighting game.
It's okay. It's kind of like Puyo Puyo, but more annoying.
It's kind of amazing, is what you're saying.
It's like, cause I mean, having to have a certain thing to destroy your blocks is kind of like
a puzzle game.
I don't
Yes,
know. It feels no, it's not a puzzle game. It's annoying, is what it is. There's no other puzzle games that you have that require an item or something to nullify blocks of a certain color. No other puzzle
I
game.
think that's what makes this one so unique.
Especially
and amazing.
that's why it's never been remade ever.
It's incredible, Eddie. I love this game. I discovered this game years ago in an arcade in Baton Rouge and fell
Also,
in
it's
love with
Japanese. So, did it come out in English?
it. I don't know.
Exactly. Probably not, because it was bad.
I mean, they had a full arcade cabinet of it in GameWare, and it was on my phone. Like, I could play it on my phone. So
It was alright, I guess. It was fun.
it's great. It's really fun. Eddie is butthurt because
After I switched
beat
colors.
him, but that's
Yeah,
okay.
well, that's because I was
I've
playing with a
played it for
really
years.
simple character that
Oh, no, I can't
helps
hear
you. Freaking Felicia.
You what? Repeat that?
I said, yeah, because I was playing with a character that was helping you like the entire time, and I didn't realize it.
There was only one round that you did that. Like you,
What?
like, before we played before that, and you didn't pick Felicia.
Yes, I did. I played Felicia until you told me that.
I thought you only played it for one. I didn't. No.
No, I definitely played it the entire time we played until you told me that, and then I chose the vampire chick.
Interesting. Did not realize that.
Yeah.
I only realized it the one time. I thought you had just been changing characters. Sorry.
No, I was choosing Felicia each time.
Yeah, no, it's a bad choice.
Obviously, I kept losing.
No, the only boon to Felicia is that she only drops 3 colors rather than 4, because every other fighter, from memory, every other fighter drops a variation of each of the 4 colors. But Felicia only drops 3 of the colors. However, she drops 2 of those colors basically in Power Gem formation already. So she just like, unless you're gonna drop the whole house on someone in one go and just kill them, she can kind of end up setting your opponent up for good plays based off what you're dropping.
And Ethan didn't tell me this until like
I didn't
the next
realize
day.
that you would. I swear to God, you were not using Felicia at first.
I was the entire time because that's the only
Okay.
character I
Well, you
really
weren't
knew.
after that. You changed, and I still beat you. So relax.
Like maybe one game.
Calm down.
Out of the 2.
It's okay, Eddie.
Nope, it's not.
Yes.
Ethan just likes winning. Too much.
Who doesn't like winning, Eddie? I do like winning, and I've played that game a lot. So, anyways, you were much better at the other thing that we played, Pokemon Puzzle League.
Oh,
But,
well, I mean,
Magical Girl Puzzle League. That's what it was.
I mean,
Swap that. Swap that. Swap that.
I don't know. It's like Penalty Pawns, Tetris Attack,
Yes.
Pokemon Puzzle League.
Right.
That switch your blocks and make them fall.
Switch your blocks. So set up like that. But
like everything was fine except that ice power. So there's like 4 characters at the moment. There's this team that's like beta testing this game.
Yes.
And it's basically that reskinned, but they have like characters that have certain powers and stuff that you can activate. And there's this one that I knew this was going to be overpowered whenever I was watching, like, because she has a little orb of ice that bounces around your puzzle setup. And whenever it touches your cursor, it freezes you for like 2 seconds.
Which
and you can't do anything.
Crippling.
And it bounces. It doesn't go away. And sometimes there's 2 if you get more.
Yes, if there are 2 people playing as that
combos
person.
and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, is it multiple people? I'm pretty sure that one
like
person.
If there were 2 people playing that character at once, and they both activated their special, you just get 2 of them. Whoever else gets 2 of them, and it's just so dumb.
Like, I can understand for like maybe a split second to like throw off your like movement a little bit, but not like you can't do anything for 2 seconds. Oh, your blocks are all the way to the top. What are you gonna do? Nothing. You lose.
Yes. I lost so quickly in that game. I got like 10 seconds of playtime each round. I was always the first one out, and I just had to sit there and watch the rest of you play, and I hated it. It was so like, but even then, the rest of you, like max playtime, y'all probably got 2 minutes. Like,
yeah. Well, the developer, like we were playing against the developers the entire time, so.
True, but
was,
I think that's
and
a
there's
flaw.
4 players. Like you can do a 4-player
Yes.
thing as differently from the other games.
You should be able to get more playtime out of it than that.
No, I agree. Like it felt really a lot faster than its predecessors.
Right. Yeah, the drops happen a lot quicker, I think.
Yeah. And the squish doesn't happen as quickly in the other games as this one did, because once it hits the top, you have like 2 seconds and then you're done.
Yep.
It follows the same, like, as long as you're making combos and stuff, it won't go up, but it's still like there's a weird formula there for that.
Yeah.
And at one point I saw like I even like did a combo and the blocks fell down from the roof and I had like a portion of emptiness and I still lost. So I was like, okay. Whatever game. I'm sure it's beta testing or alpha testing, whatever you want to do it, but whatever.
I think you're
I'm fine. It's cool. But it was alright. It looked pretty. It was very pretty.
Yeah.
And it acted like the other games, so
I'm sure it'll be your jam once it's out.
yeah, definitely. As long as they nerf that ice bee.
Accurate. I don't know if we attempted anything else. We both played Pachinko? Somebody is that?
Yeah.
Yes. And neither of us had any idea what was going on.
It's lots of flashing colors.
Yep.
And it's a slot machine.
Slot machines that you don't have control over, as far as I could tell.
Yep. You turn a knob and watch the metal balls go, and then the lights flash, and pictures, and videos.
It just does slots for you. And I'm just like, what? Okay.
Spend money on this.
Like, I tried pressing so many buttons to get the slots to start or stop, and nothing I did had any relevance to what was going on the screen.
Yeah.
The only thing you do is turn a knob to get a stream of metal balls to flow through the machine. Yeah,
it's like it's like Plinko on Price is Right, and you have to let it fall in this little slot to make the numbers spin. And if you match all 3 numbers, which never happened, you get a prize or something. Yes. She said, but we didn't get any prizes. Yep. I got close like 3 times, but it was like meh.
Yep.
Slot machines. Whee!
So, never spending money on that again. And
yeah, I spent another like $10 after you left just to play that Phoenix Wright one. Because I mean, I like Phoenix Wright, so I was like, I'm gonna play this again. But I still didn't get anything.
The only way I might play again is if I'm actually in Japan.
Right? Yeah, it might be cheaper in Japan. Probably is cheaper in Japan.
Maybe. Yeah. There's that. We also played Undertale. For everybody who's waiting on pins and needles for that episode, that should be next week. Eddy managed to help me get through the remainder of the pacifist game.
I beat the place he quit on in my first try, and it was funny.
Yes. It is amazing. It's the
I'm
best.
great at bullet hells. I don't know why. It's
okay. I'm
my
alright with it.
thing, I guess.
I'm okay at bullet hells where I can actually shoot at stuff.
Yeah, because that's gonna make a difference.
It does make a difference. If you can affect the obstacles, yes,
Nope,
it makes
disagree.
a difference. I beat Metaton, all right? Calm yourself. Anyways.
I will give 2 examples of bullet hell games that you can't shoot at things.
That's fine. I'm alright with that. I just won't like them either. That's my caveat. I like bullet hell games that I can shoot things in. Anyways.
Preview of how the Undertale review is gonna go.
Yes, it's a nice preview. We played that, and then we played Wonder Boy.
Wonder Boy. Mm-hmm.
Wonder Boy.
Curse of the Dragon Trap.
Yes.
Or I think that's what it's called.
Which was quite fun. And I know I claimed that I was going to get through the whole thing in one night, but that was a joke.
You came pretty close. You got I think you got 60% in.
Yeah, I got through at least 3 different transformations, if not 4. So.
Yeah, you got to the pirate ship. So I mean the
pirate ship was fun.
It was a pirate ship.
This game is a good example of frustration masquerading as fun, I think. Just.
I think it's really hard. Even on normal difficulty, it's hard because it doesn't give you checkpoints, and I think that in any game makes the frustration factor that much higher.
Yeah.
So
accurate.
And you couldn't get used to the momentum of movement on bouncy things.
I'm never good at at platformers like that where you have this matter of floatiness to you and movement to you. I just can't. I can't do that. I know you love that, and I know there's plenty of gamers that enjoy that and use that to their advantage. I'm just not very good at that.
Yeah. No, it's just something you have to get used to. Mario has that. The original Mario has that.
Yeah, it has a bit of that, and I'm just ooh. Platformers I prefer would be like Metroid. Where there's not as much of that, and it's more about how you use your tools and utilities, rather than learning a pattern and getting used to certain types of reactions. I'm not good at that.
It's okay.
It is okay, Eddie.
You have your strengths.
Yarp. Boy, do I. They just don't apply to these games. Yeah, Wonder Boy was fun. I really liked the. I love the new artwork for it.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful. And the fact playing that on that TV in the hotel room has made me want a 4K TV.
Yeah.
To play it on, because I'm that was beautiful.
It's pretty friggin' sweet. Yes.
So I'm probably gonna do that on Black Friday eventually.
Enjoy that.
But yeah, it's definitely a pretty game. It's very vibrant and active in many ways.
Yes.
And you can play it on the 8-bit version as well, but
right, yeah, you can just hit a button and switch over.
But
pretty seamless the way it switches over too.
And apparently they're working on a new so this game is a remake of the older one, the 8-bit version that you saw on the game. That was actually a game before, so they're making their own new original game of it. It's an original sequel.
A sequel, yes. Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's exciting.
So that's gonna be interesting.
Is there a release date for that?
I don't know. Check.
Yeah. But also something I just realized, we talk about playing games in the hotel. When we're back at that hotel for PAX, we're going to have the new Smash Brothers there.
And the new Mario Party.
Sure.
We're totally playing the Mario Party too.
I'm okay with that. I've never been. I'm not opposed to Mario parties. I've just never gone out and bought them myself. That's cool. That's fine with me. But
The sequel I'm talking about is actually a spiritual successor to Wonder Boy,
gotcha.
and it's coming out in November 6th, but it's by the same people, I think.
Cool. On Switch?
Yes.
Yeah.
On Switch, PC, PS4, and Xbone.
Sweet. What's it called? Do we know?
Monster Boy and the Cursed Kingdom.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Monster Boy.
Yeah. Should be interesting. But anyway, what were we saying? Oh yeah.
Super excited about Smash. Speaking of Smash, there was supposed to be a Nintendo Direct today, but Mother Nature had other plans.
Yeah, first a typhoon, then an earthquake.
Yeah, we
Japan's had a very good week.
If not, hope everyone out there is all right.
Yeah, definitely.
That is nuts.
Because I know the actual like Nintendo built like headquarters got damaged a little bit.
It's crazy. I've never experienced an earthquake that would actually damage something.
Yeah.
I don't think I want to, but
I've never experienced an earthquake.
Yeah,
period.
I felt one here
yeah.
since being here, and there was apparently another one while I was asleep one night. I did not feel it.
Yeah, I know California is like.
My dad texted me about it in the morning. I guess he saw it on the news. Like, you feel that? And I was like, nope. I was asleeping. But yeah. So I think
Mario Party. We're playing Mario Party.
We will certainly play.
I might
Mario
even
Party.
get Monopoly so we can have all the friend-ending games.
As long as you purchase it, I don't care.
Oh wow. Okay. No, it's fine. I usually will. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm sure each of us will.
Another person in on this.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, well, Chris is gonna be there. So.
Yeah, I'm sure each of us will own Smash Brothers. But we will depend on you for that. Whatever you just said, Mario Party.
Yeah, Monster Money Bags. That's me.
Yes, indeed. But I think that was about it for our video game escapades while at the con this year. There was a wonderful artist alley where we bought things.
Yeah,
as it usually is.
The artist alley there is really always pretty great.
It really is. This is a very large con, so like, I haven't seen an official attendance for this year or last year. The 2016 year was 16,000, and I can only assume it went up from there, probably around 17 to 18,000 this year. I assume, but so it's a pretty big con, and probably the biggest in South Texas. I think is what they say, biggest anime con in South Texas, because they also have to compete with A-Kon and Anime Matsuri, which are enormous, about twice that size. But it's good. It's a very good size, so they attract a lot of talent, a lot of people. So their artist alley is huge and very, very nice. I've gotten some of my favorite things as far as art that I own have come from this con. Last year I bought a wonderful mouse pad of Ghost Pokemon, which was great. I've also purchased 3 card mats from this con. Just awesome playing card mats. A Samurai Champloo one, a Yu Yu Hakusho one, and a Yu-Gi-Oh one. So cool. So freaking sweet.
And what do you do with these mats?
I usually use them either for Yu-Gi-Oh or for Smash Up or DC Deck Builder. We will use them for those because we really like board games, and we say board games, but like I think there's maybe 2 games that we use that actually have a board. The rest of them are various types of card games.
That's true.
So like freaking DC Deck Builder is just a deck building game. Smash Up is a card shuffle building game. King of Tokyo has a very tiny board, and then there are cards that are also involved with it. And then like deck building, the deck building game. Boss Monster is another card based game. So yeah, we just play a lot of games that use cards, and so we've had quite a good need for card mats. Therefore, I have plenty of them. I love them. I love a practical application of art. And so like I will buy prints, but I put them in like a little display portfolio and basically leave them there. I don't really put them up on my wall or anything.
I have them on my walls.
That's great for you, Eddie.
Huh?
So that's great for you. I like a more practical application of stuff. So like I really like drinkware. I have a lot of cups with nerdy stuff on them, glasses with nerdy stuff on them, and mugs.
Oh yeah, no, I'm definitely like in agreement with that.
I love that.
I just like having them on my walls.
Yes.
Because like, look at all the money I've spent.
Yes.
$15 to $30 a pop. Whee!
Yes. I really like
$400 on my wall.
In fact, while we were at PAX last year, I almost bought a set of coasters just because they look really nice, but they were like, I try not to buy stuff if I don't really know what it is. They were Persona based, and I had yet to get into Persona, so instead I bought Persona 3 for the PS2, and now if I see those things at PAX, I'll probably get them this year. But they were really, really cool looking.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like my card mats. I like my mouse pads. I got another mouse pad this year. It wasn't from the artist alley. It was from the dealer's room. But it is a super cool Breath of the Wild mouse pad.
Yeah, it was really nice too.
Oh, nice. But yeah, I like that kind of stuff. It's really, really fun. Oh, pencil bags. I own 2 pencil bags from this artist alley. Super, super cool. And then like keychains and things like that too. You and I buy a lot of keychains.
We do.
Or charms. Yes.
I have so many charms. I have some of them sitting on my desk like right now.
Yeah, I have a bunch. Like
I even order these things off of like websites and stuff. So I have a plethora.
You talk about how like you're running out of things to put them on. Like I have to find stuff to put mine on. Like I've got a keychain on my like, you know the Switch grip for the controllers for the Joy-Cons.
Oh yeah.
I have one on that, just hanging on it.
I didn't know there were like.
There's like a little spot where you can put one.
What?
Let me grab it real quick.
Let me check my Switch right by my. Where?
I just kind of.
I don't see what you're talking.
Yeah, so like if you look at the grip, flip it over. There's a little bitty plastic loop at the top of the actual grip part, not the block.
On the Joy-Con, you said?
So not on the Joy-Con itself, on the grip that holds the Joy-Cons together. Like when you put both of them into the little grip controller grip. Do you have the black controller grip that it comes with?
That's
the only thing.
I mean, I do, but it's like packed away.
Right. So, anyways, if you ever break that out, if you flip it around to the back, there's a little plastic loop, like a hole, where you would put something like a charm or a keychain. And I did that. That's what my little Chic is hanging on. I'll put this back. And then I put them on cases too. So like I have a case for my SNES, my SNES Mini, and my freaking what's her face? Samus, my Zero Suit Samus keychain is hanging on that. So yeah, I just find stuff, find things to put it on. I have a keychain hanging off of my PSP.
Yeah.
Whenever I get a Vita, I will have something hanging off of that.
When you get a Vita.
Yeah.
If you can ever find one again.
They're not hard to find. Like I can walk to GameStop and say like, "Hey, I want this," and they're like, "Okay, we'll be here in a couple days."
$3.
I'm fine with it. I think it's a cool system, and I really would like to own one. It's just not going to happen until probably a couple months from now, if at all. So I'll buy it when I buy my PS4. Just get them together.
There you go. Good job. Just get a bundles deal with it.
Yeah. I really want a blue one. Like they have so many different colors for the Vita. There's like 5 different colors for it, and like not excluding like really, really specialty ones, but there's a cool blue one that looks nice. There's also an orange one that I'm very tempted to get as well. Yeah,
As well.
I mean, like as in
Two PS Vitas?
not to get two. It's like the orange one tempts me to buy just as much as the blue one does, but I think I would get the blue one.
I see.
If not the black. I would definitely not get the white because I hate white technology. But whatever.
What is?
Yeah, so that's it. I like buying stuff. But yeah, the dealer's room is also impressive at this con, as you can imagine.
Yeah.
Big and nice. And this is the con where I buy my cat pillows, which I now have 5 of.
And they're all different.
Don't judge me. Yeah, they are all different. They must be. All different.
But Ethan doesn't like ones with bows on their head.
I don't. They're so
objects.
annoying. They make some with like bows or crowns or like little things attached to them and sewn onto them that, sure, they look cute, but they're not practical for cuddling because they're not as soft as the rest of it. And so it's like, it just, get annoying. I just want to like hold my pillow. Like, I have them because I like to hold things when I sleep. And they're like the perfect freaking size and they're adorable. So I just hold this thing.
And they're very soft.
They are quite soft.
They're very,
yes.
They're very comfortable, I must admit.
They're lovely. So yeah, I bought, and since we had 2016, I bought my first one, and then the following year I was like, oh, I'm going to buy another one. And I bought one, and then I shortly thereafter saw another one that I wanted, so I bought 2 at that con, and that's exactly what happened this time too. I bought 1, and I was like, well, I like the other one though, and so I bought 2. I have a problem. Ooh.
It's okay. Soon your room will be cat pillows.
Just I'll be surrounded by them. Yes, but they are lovely. What else did I get from the dealer's room this year? What did you walk away with this year?
I bought like 6 prints.
Yes.
And like 5 charms. I didn't buy any buttons this year for some reason.
Neither did I. I think I've kind of held off on them because so like.
Well, I just didn't see very many that I
gotcha.
I guess.
I used to buy them all the time. They used to be like staples of my con purchases. But I've gotten to the point where I have so many that I don't know what to do with anymore. Yeah. So I don't know.
Well, I haven't even covered my shoulder bag yet, the front of it. So
I don't usually.
There's no reason for me not to get them.
Right. I don't usually put them on that. Like I have a lovely little Pokemon fanny pack that was created to hold the Game Boy Advance. So I had it way back when. And I love it. And I use it when I go to cons. And there's like 4 on the front of it, and there's a little flap that flips up. So when you flip it up, I have a whole bunch underneath that just hiding out. So I can show those off, including a San Japan pin. It's great. But that's about the only place I can put them, and it's pretty full. So there's just not a lot of places for me to put them at the moment. So I haven't been super encouraged to get more. Yeah, and I have like one of the pencil bags I have that I mentioned doesn't have pencils in it. It just has pins. Just has buttons in it. So
it just has buttons.
There's more that I haven't found something to do with. So, but I don't know. Maybe I'll put one on my new messenger bag that I also bought at this show. I got a super cool messenger bag since I retired 2 of my other anime messenger bags. I got a Samurai 7 messenger bag.
Yeah.
Dope.
That you dug out or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Found in a bargain bin. I was like, yes, please. It was great.
Should have got the Zelda one. The other one was pretty awesome.
It was pretty awesome, but it was more than twice
pricey.
The price. Yes. And I was just, no.
But I mean, on the other hand, it looked pretty worth it because it looked pretty nice.
It looks nice. And if the price goes down online, I may pick one up one day. Also, there was that bomber jacket that's super sweet, but it was $120. So
$120.
I'm gonna wait on that. Ooh. I also bought a lot of anime.
Yeah, you did.
I did. I like buying collections of anime that I started back when ADV was still a thing, and never got to finish. But now they have there's a lot of anime that are in the super amazing value editions now, and mostly that means that like their original licensors have gone out of business or lost the license, and someone else has just picked them up and packaged them, and now is just trying their best to sell them to people. And so I'll do that for stuff that I haven't finished that I wanted to, or stuff that I just really like and care about and want to support. So that's anime that I will physically buy. Especially, I bought Gargantua on the Verderos planet because I love that anime and it's on Netflix. and needs support outside of Netflix because there are plenty of anime on Netflix, but like that's not people's go-to anime source right now. And so if there's a good anime that's on Netflix, there's a higher possibility that it will be looked over. Which is sad because I really like this anime. And then I buy Yu Yu Hakusho because I love it. Yeah, I also bought some manga. That's another thing that I do at cons now is I look for older manga that's not printing anymore. There's just a lot of like people that will sell old and used manga. I really like that. I'm trying to complete my Shaman King collection at the moment. So that's going well. Yes.
We didn't go any panels this year except for the
We did not.
cosplay show.
Right. Well, that's so like one gripe I had about this year was some of their programming choices. So like, I love going to the cosplay contest. We always go to that. At San Japan right now, the way the cosplay contest works is they divvy out tickets for it to make sure that they don't overfill the theater. And you line up at a certain point during the day to get those tickets. And then at a certain time, they start divvying them out. So you walk through this line, you get your ticket for whatever area you're going to sit in, and then you're all fine and good. You're good to come back several hours later whenever the cosplay contest is on. Well, this year, they decided to do that at 3. So it meant you'd be lining up shortly before 3 if you wanted to get a good spot in line to be able to get your ticket for this. They also put probably my favorite panel that they do, which is the reverse Q&A, at 2:30, which is essentially when you would need to be in line already. And in addition to that, they usually bring a Japanese music guest, which they did again this year, and they put that concert at the same time, at 3 o'clock Saturday
Granted,
afternoon.
that may have been because of the Japanese artist wanting that time slot, or like only being able to do that time slot.
That is true. That's very, very possible. It could very well have been out of their hands, but it was just such an inconvenient thing for me. It's like all of these things that I want to do, and we picked the one that was pressing the cosplay contest because if you don't have a ticket, you can't go see that, and we definitely wanted to see that. So, but it was just annoying to have to sacrifice those other two things. But yeah, the music this year is cool. The music that we saw, usually the big concert is on Friday night, whatever the musical guest is, and typically that's a Japanese guest. This year the Japanese guest was on Saturday, and they had a separate set of musical guests on Friday, which were lovely. I was not well versed in any of them. I had heard what's his bucket's name before, because you and
Caleb Hiles.
Caleb Hile, yes. You and David and Kaylee all like that person, and probably Scott too, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, Scott probably does too.
Right, so
because if Kaylee likes him, then undoubtedly Scott's listened to many of his songs.
You want to confirm that?
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure he was singing along with David whenever we were at the Lake Charles con that we went to. Was it Comic-Con?
Lake Charles, that would have been Cyphacon.
Okay, Cyphacon, yeah. Because I saw Scott was singing along with David to Caleb Hiles.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
He's definitely into Caleb.
I'm sure they are. Yeah.
So he was first. Then Rich Shad came out, I think, was after.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah, Rich Shad, he does a lot of. He's a heavy metal guitarist. And he's does a lot of like video game covers and stuff.
I was quite happy with him. I like Caleb Hiles too. Caleb Hiles is really good. He's a great performer. He's super cool live.
Yeah, he's really funny too. Like surprisingly, he wasn't like. I mean, he had a few cringy moments, but like he was pretty funny overall, which surprised me because, I mean, you only see his YouTube face with singing and stuff. At least I haven't looked too deep into his videos, but I've seen him sing with Jonathan Young, who does a lot of metal covers of like Disney songs and stuff.
Yes.
And I really like him, and that's how I found out about Caleb Hiles. And then I knew And then David told me about him. I was like, hey, I know that person.
Yeah.
But,
I know that
um,
nerd.
yeah, but he was very intertwined with the other YouTubers that were there. I'm pretty sure it was all his idea.
Likely.
This year was the only the first year he got his own real big stage, because the previous ones he's had like smaller rooms.
Right, he's had like a panel where
Yeah, but they filled up so quickly and so fast that they had to turn people away. So at this point, I guess they gave him the spot for the concert, and he invited a few of his collaboration artists and stuff.
Yeah,
so
it was quite good. So it was like a YouTube music concert is what it was. So it was just I think 5 different YouTube artists.
Yeah, it was Caleb Hiles, blonde-haired kid that I don't know.
I can look up a list. We could.
Yeah. Well, I know he's the only one I don't remember, because he only sang one song, and it was a Baldy song for some reason. There was Richard came after the one song he sang. The blonde-haired kid.
I got this. Okay, so Caleb Hiles, Richard. Oh gosh, where's the rest of them?
Oreo was there. Oreo is a really good singer.
Yes. OR.
She's adorable, but
yeah, it's quite.
Anyway, she has a great voice. She sang original songs as well. Like she sang a Doki Doki song and a Bindi and the Ink Machine song. Pretty sure she wrote both of them.
Right.
Because I know both of those songs that she sang are. Well, no, the Doki Doki song was the ending song to Doki Doki Literature Club.
Okay, gotcha.
But the next one, the next Doki Doki one was original, and I'm pretty sure All Eyes on Me from Bindi was a instrumental song. So I'm pretty sure she wrote lyrics to that. And then a game guy, like I don't know his name, but he was like the screamy singer that we left.
DA Games or Doug Games?
Yeah, him. Yeah, the games.
Yeah, he's like a metal screamer kind of.
Yeah. Ugh,
vocalist.
I hate that type of music. Like Jonathan Young, who I mentioned earlier, he screams as well, but he's very melodic. I don't know if that's a word. Melodic.
That is a word. Melodic is a word.
Melodic. Okay, just making sure. But he's very he has a better grasp of tone and stuff.
Right.
But I just don't like screamers.
Yeah, no.
That's all he was doing.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I agree. He did a song with Caleb Hiles that was cool.
Yeah.
But whenever it was just him up there, I was like, yeah, I can go to bed now. So
we can go play some Wonder Boy.
No, yeah.
No
major diss to him. I'm sure he's
Undertale
great, doing wonderful stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people like him.
Yeah,
it's whatever.
Just was not my favorite. But overall, really cool concert. Really nice to see all of that talent coming out, showing up, and rocking all the nerds that were there. It was a good time. The cosplay contest was great. I particularly liked the people that had mechanical wings. They were so freaking cool.
That slowly spread outward. And
the freaking Yoshimitsu cosplayers, I lost my mind. I was so happy. It was so cool. There's a Yoshimitsu and a Yoshimitsu. So they're essentially the same character, but one came up and did the Soul Calibur version of him, and the other one did the Tekken version of him.
Oh, the fighter guy. Like that's a Tekken thing, I think, or is it?
Yeah, okay. So Yoshimitsu is like he's a samurai kind of who's kind of lost his mind and has replaced a lot of his physical parts with like mechanical robotic parts.
Gotcha.
He's kind of crazy, and he can get up on his sword and use it like a pogo stick. There's also a move where he commits seppuku and stabs himself and his enemy. It hurts you a lot more than him. For some reason, he's crazy. He's nuts. But yeah, he's a playable character in both Tekken and Soul Calibur. And yeah, I love seeing him. Soul Calibur is my favorite fighting game, and seeing that show, I was like, yes, so cool. I was so happy to see it. Ugh. That new Soul Calibur coming out.
When is that coming out, Ethan?
I saw an ad for it today. Let me see if I can. I don't recall the date, but I'll look it up. But I've already played it, as I've mentioned before.
Oh yeah, you did it at that
it was at GDC.
conference you went to. Yeah. October 19th. I beat you.
Look here. Okay, cool.
Google
yes.
Flu needs work.
It comes out October 19th, 2018.
What? It's not coming out to Switch? Whatever.
Yeah, all the more reason for me to buy whatever it is that it's coming out on.
Oh, it's coming out on PC, so you play it on PC. It's fine.
Yeah, PC, PlayStation 4, whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, super excited. Other cosplay. Was there a cool cosplay that you enjoyed there? Oh, there was a bunch of Anastasia for some reason.
Yeah, there's 3 different Anastasia costumes or cosplayers.
Yes.
And I guess like I did a bit more research, and there's a musical that just came out.
Oh.
That's basically based on the movie.
Was it like a live Broadway musical?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Well, I guess I say it just came out. I think it came out like a year or 2 ago, but.
Right, but there was reason for it to be in the hype again.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Gotcha.
Like it's just becoming more visible in the in the eye of the people.
Yeah, strong sense.
I think it like just started touring maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
I hadn't heard of it until like researching it. So.
It makes sense. But yeah, you were gonna say if there's anything that you recall.
I like the mechanical wings.
Yeah, that was freaking great.
Like there was I like the Dragoon armor from Final Fantasy, the green one. That was pretty nice.
That was really good.
But that's all I can really remember.
That that wasn't the Bahamut, was it? No, there was a Yuna and a Bahamut from 10.
Oh yeah, that was really good.
That was really, really cool.
Yeah.
I was happy to see that. Other cosplay that was good. Oh, I really like seeing Ren Okamura from Blue Exorcist. Person did a cool job on that. Have you watched Blue Exorcist?
Nope.
Okay. I think that's another one I'm gonna start reading the manga for, because the anime did like a similar thing to like the Degrey Man anime, where they did a bit of it and then kind of botched the second half of it, and then they just kind of restarted it.
I see.
Not like fully from the beginning, but kind of like soft reboot-ish. And I guess it was okay. I haven't seen any of that second anime, but I would just like some full closure, so I'm probably just going to read the manga.
Well, for next year, I'm probably going to actually aim for having an Asgore cosplay.
Do it, Eddie.
I'm totally gonna do it.
I will follow you around and hold your stuff while people take pictures of you.
Right.
Yes.
You can be. You can dress up in a pink and blue sweater.
Nope.
With like
Screw
brown hair.
That. You mean I can dress up as your murderer? Heck yeah. Let's do it.
That's fine. That's right. You can be Azrael.
No. Who would I be? Who would I be from a video game if I were to do a video game? I've had people tell me I can do Nathan Drake, which I guess I could if I had some more muscles.
Who?
Nathan Drake, the Uncharted.
Oh, Nathan Drake. Yeah, I could see that. You have the hair for it.
If our friend Jake has done it, I can probably do it, because I've literally worn some of his cosplay. Hey Jake, if you're listening.
I don't know. That's something I'd have to think of. Like I'd have to go through like all the games that I've ever played and be like, Ethan.
I wouldn't mind doing a Pokemon trainer and just cosplaying one of the main character designs for them. That would be cool.
It's so easy.
Something that I could do.
I'll come back next week.
Okay.
Be like,
you do that.
This is what I think, Ethan.
Um, So that was the cosplay contest. It was fine. We did not stick around for the results because that requires us to sit through the skits, which we never do.
Yep. Because they're cringy.
Yes, they are. Tried it once, and I was like, nah, I'll do something else. But yeah, it's a great con. If you ever anywhere near it or have the opportunity to attend it, I highly suggest going to it. It's a load of fun. It is every year on Labor Day weekend in San Antonio, which is a great weekend for it. Also, just realized So this past year for work we got off on Martin Luther King Day, which I assume will be the same next year, and that day is the day after PAX. So another con that I'm going to in San Antonio, I'll have a Monday off immediately afterwards to
to recuperate.
Recover. I was super jazzed when I found that out. I was like, yes!
Nice.
So
you can revel in all the swag that I bought.
So that's exciting.
Yeah.
Nerding. What have we been nerding out to?
What are we nerding out to? Let's see. I haven't really been doing anything besides WoW this week.
As to be expected. This is gonna be Eddie's nerding out for the next 3 months. It's gonna be WoW.
Maybe even longer because BlizzCon starts on November. I think November 8th, November 12th, something there. Which I may be very into because I'm expecting things to be of interest to me.
Sweet.
So, but the BlizzCon virtual ticket, as they were called, which gives you first class access to the stream or whatever. That information on that is on the 12th. So cool. I may actually purchase that if I don't get lots of money and fly out over there to be it in person with you.
Woo!
So
what's the date on
that? November something.
Cool.
Let me see.
Let me know if you end up being out here.
I will let you know because it is definitely something I might want to look into.
Surely.
November 2nd to 3rd.
Okay. Early November.
It might be a little too soon, but we'll see.
Cool beans.
I'll keep you updated on my plans.
Many thank yous. While I was at San Japan, bought volume 13 of My Hero Academia manga, so I'll be reading that. And I'll hopefully get 14 soon as well, so I can catch up on that. It's been a bit, and then that anime is wrapping up if it hasn't already, right? That season.
Probably.
I think it should be.
Because new seasons start in October, so it probably has 2 or 3 more episodes. I don't remember right off the back of my head.
Sweet. So, look for that episode coming out soon. And let me see. I still need to finish Voltron. I kind of fell off of that with Sam's Fan and everything, so I'm going to try and finish that season this week. I think it's about it. Oh, I started Xenoblade Chronicles 2. And the first thing I did was look up how to get the Japanese voices, which I found out, downloaded my thing, and now the next time I turn it on, I just need to go into my settings and change it to Japanese voices. Whew. But yeah, I'm sure that'll make my experience better. And yeah, so we're moving forward on that, and I'll let y'all know how that goes, listeners. Don't think there's anything else coming from me. So I think that's the show this week.
Oh my god.
Thank you everybody for listening. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, give us a good review if you can. If you want to talk to us, you can tweet at us at TNYKPod. You can get in touch with us via email, thosenerdsyouknowpod@gmail.com. You can find us on Facebook. You can find the pod on iTunes and Podbean and Google Play and Stitcher and CastBox and YouTube. We're all over the place. Find us however it is you normally find us. And share us with a friend if you like. We appreciate that. Yeah, I think that's about it. Anyways, my name's Ethan.
I'm Eddie.
We are Those Nerds You Know.
Bye.